fucking drag today. Somebody, it's time to get that ripple effect started. It's time to get people to smile again and to be together and do great things together. Instead of sit there getting on Facebook land and bitching about it. Just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dangerous Grounds is proud to present you with another show about nothing. We're going to come up to you in the streets and talk to you about absolutely nothing. Let us know what motivates you. Yes, I love it, dude. I love the premise, but I have to talk to HR country because you're stepping on my toes.
How am I stepping on your toes, man?
You can't have another show about nothing.
Oh, I'm not having a show about nothing.
I'm just fucking with you, brother. I'm just fucking with you. I love the premise, man. I think that's fucking awesome, man. Get out there, get in the streets, talk to people. And, I'm sure you get a lot of really cool content from that. A lot of really cool ideas. And Tony Lopez just asked if we're going to air that. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the whole point of everything that the country's doing, man. He's going to get out there and he's going to, make it public and air everything that he's doing. And Chris Tripka says, that's my show. Gotta love it.
Chris Ripka, he's fucking cool, man. If y'all ain't got to watch Grit and Grace, watch Grit and Grace. They talk about some funny shit. And then his Raw, Live and Real. I mean, just bringing people that are real out there, that should be seen, that are doing great things for fucking people, and he brings them out so everybody can see them. I mean, he does some really badass shit. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, next month he is bringing the show to the Dangerous Grounds Network, if I'm not mistaken. And welcome to the family, Chris. Of course, you're always a brother, so can't wait for that one. And I can't mention his name yet, but I will say he's a rock star, and we're planning a show with him too.
Well, dude, I'm gonna crash both of y'all motherfucker shows. You already know that. Crash them shows. I'll fuck y'all shit up. Make sure your ratings don't get better than mine. I'm just kidding, man. I want happy family, but I mean it, Chris. I see you coming. I see you. But we do have a full combat load coming to the Dangerous Grounds Network. The same full combat load that comes to 50% of the red light district provided by the one and only U.S. military.
I donated to that fund.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they didn't want to leave me anywhere overseas too long. There'd be a lot of little me's running around. I'd be bad. I can look at a girl and get her pregnant. It's fucking horrible. It's a curse. It's a curse. And got number 3 on the way. And my wife hates me more and more every single day for it. Hey, I'm just saying, for a lot of us that are parents, man, you know that, man. You get in that stage right there at the end of pregnancy, and you're just like, I just want this fucking thing out of me. And now your husband just sitting here like, well, then get the goddamn thing out of you. So I'm grabbing it. God damn it. I'm ready for it to get here, too.
It's the beard, man. It's the beard.
Oh, hey, that's why I had to shave it off. Garrett keeps saying that I'm a fucking beard whore and I'll shave it off. That's why I had to shave it off, Garrett. The beard just drew too much attention. It created another baby.
So y'all remember the XFL back in the day, right?
The what?
The XFL. Remember when they tried this little thing?
Yeah.
Vince McMahon has bought them out and made the announcement the other day that he is bringing football back to football. And if you dare knee for the national anthem, you're fucking fired. You will respect the national anthem. Fuck these little bitty calls. Oh, I got hit because I threw the ball. Well, guess what? We're bringing football back to football. Point blank in the sentence.
You know what, though? I saw that. I kind of saw that coming. Vince McMahon, people say what they want about him and his wrestling federation and everything else, but, most of those guys were football players. A lot of them were. And, they're staying in shape, doing what they're doing. They're still athletes. So, he knows how to manage athletes, and you want to bring it back to being football. I like that shit, too.
I fucking love it. I can't wait. I bet you the NFL will lose so much ratings whenever you actually have a real fucking game. I want to see somebody get fucking pummeled without a damn flag being thrown. I mean, you're a quarterback. You're gonna get hit. Cam Newton, yeah, he plays for the Panthers, but you know what? The son of a bitch takes a damn beating, and the refs let him. We're not Tom Brady or Drew Brees, and I'm gonna cry when I get hit. Pussies.
Well, to a point, that is why he watches hockey. He got me into hockey. I've actually been into hockey now. Like, that's a man sport right there. They beat the fuck out of each other. Now, it's unlike the NFL because they don't have any fucking teeth, so they're not going to go out and pull a whole ton of, really hot girls and everything else after else because they have no fucking teeth. But they're still badasses, and they're paid really well. They put on one hell of a show.
But no convicts.
Yeah, like Chris said, no convicts. It's actually talent, and so I agree with it. But it is going to be cool to see football coming back to be in a real respectable sport again. Because if you haven't followed anything in the media, man, there's been a lot coming out and about the possibility that the refs are in on some of this shit, and they do kind of set the games for what's going to be better for advertisers, ratings, everything else. And, for a lot of the controversy that came from college football this year for Alabama making it in and playing against Georgia too, something I said from the beginning of all that was that there's no way Alabama wasn't going to make it in, and it wasn't, honestly, that is my team, but it wasn't necessarily because of anything else. It's because it was the better game. It was the game that people wanted to see. It was going to bring in advertising dollars, everything else, and it just so happened to make it happen. That is what happened, and that was a great, that to me, that was a good game. I haven't seen one like that in a while. But they know what they're doing, and it is all a business. People forget about that. It is.
What is your aspects on the Super Bowl? Okay, Patriots 10th time. Philly has never won a championship since the merger. So, of course, Philly's more hungry. They want that fucking trophy worth anything. But do you think that the refs in fucking Las Vegas is going to give them?
That's an interesting topic, and the one thing that you cannot deny when you're looking at this Super Bowl is Bill Belichick and Tom Brady won. They're just one hell of a team, and they do flip things up. They have a system. They're good in these clutch situations. They always pull it out, and refs aside, they just put on a very good performance. They do. They're good in that clutch situation. And the Eagles, great team, one of the better teams they've had in a long time. And they are hungry. They're eager. And they have a huge fan base that wants to see them. And I think everyone that watches football wants to see somebody beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles take this. But at the same time, like I said, you can never count Bill Belichick and Tom Brady out. Never can.
Well, anybody who has to have a fucking life coach on the fucking sideline is just a pansy ass anyway. Really? Did he really have to have a life coach on there? Did he get the press during the middle of the game? Did he not get his balls funneled enough? Just saying. Maybe the center got so much attention with those hands up underneath his crotch. It's like, wait, what about mine? I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? he just wants that finger to slip right in that butthole real quick. No, it is going to be interesting though to see what happens. But like I said, you can't ever really count Tom Brady out or Bill Belichick, and I hope people don't count the Eagles out because they could definitely, if they show up to play, they could do some damage this year. Should be a good one.
It should be. So, Barracks question. What is the best Super Bowl party you have ever seen in the Barracks?
Oh, every true Barracks warrior, every true Barracks warrior knows you never watch the Super Bowl in your Barracks. You go to someone else's Barracks because on the off chance that someone, whoever wins and whoever loses for that Barracks itself as a whole, they're going to destroy some shit. So you never want to destroy shit in your own Barracks because then you have to answer for it on Monday. So you destroy shit in someone else's Barracks. That or you go off post and destroy shit out there.
That's right. And don't forget to bring the stripper pole.
Hey, you gotta, stripper pole one in the Barracks is a necessity. That is a necessity. You should always have a stripper pole in the Barracks, a large TV, and a gaming console of some type. And you should always have a couch that was taken from a day room. Because if you cannot take a couch properly from a day room in the Barracks, you are not Barracksing right. always ask me, how you get away with that, motherfucker? I walked down there and I drugged the son of a bitch.
Yep. And those things were not there for me.
You know what I mean? You do. You just drag that bitch into your room, and one day if someone says something to you, hey man, it's how it came. I don't know, it was here when I got here. I ain't gonna pull it out. It's my fucking couch.
Chris said stripper pole getting took out of his room. All right, man.
That right there is why you have someone from the Army Corps of Engineers install that motherfucker to where it cannot be taken down. You gotta reinforce that motherfucking stripper pole.
That's right.
Especially where you're at, because some of them girls ain't so light in some of those other places. No?
And safety first. Safety first. You don't want to hurt the strippers. You'd like to see the booty keep bouncing for a while.
It's funny when the pole falls over. I'm not going to lie. That shit's fucking funny to me. Hey, if you have a perfectly anchored stripper pole and it still falls, there's some comedy in the works of that. You just have to find the silver lining. You know what I mean? Find the content. There is some comedy. So,
yeah,
my stripper pole never got taken in the barracks. You know, I always did the barracks right. I was the barracks lawyer king. You know, I did. I always had the parties in the barracks, did them the right way. And the right way to do a party in the barracks is in the motherfucking hallway. Because then no one's technically responsible. It's a common area.
That's right.
You know? Open the doors, go room to room, and throw some fucking chairs out in the hallway. Full fucking hallway party. That's the way to fucking do it. Once again, just not in your barracks. Do it in someone else.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I did it when I was stationed at Fort Eustis in Virginia. We had actually it was a Super Bowl party. I had borrowed the $8,000 projector from our battalion and hooked it up to my 1,000-watt Sony surround sound outside. Projected the football game right on the side of some dude's house. Had the whole neighborhood out there.
That's true. Housing block parties.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, there is nothing like military housing. People say the barracks are bad. And I think this is something that's not brought up enough. It's not. No one addresses this. Military housing should have its own goddamn TV show. I'm not gonna lie. The shit that unfolds in them bitches is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, there's some crazy-ass barrack stories, but have y'all ever had a grenade explode right behind your barracks building?
No.
Because I've had a grenade explode in the woods behind my fucking house, right behind that laser car wash on the north gate of fucking Fort Drum.
Hey, I'm just saying, military housing is a motherfucker. People in that motherfucker are crazy. I used to go to Halloween parties out there, and I'm not going to drop any names for this one because it's a little bit of a bad story, you know what I mean? So we were all at my buddy's house, and he was having a Halloween party, and you know everybody dressed up, and all the girls dressed all slutty-like because it's Halloween, and people do that shit. And I'm not going to lie, it was a pretty damn good party until I started seeing the gentleman who threw the party. His wife was walking through the room, and she was grabbing guys and pulling them upstairs. And I'm like, well, fuck, I wonder what's going on up here. So I walk up there. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. And
did you walk right into an unexpected Bible study?
Yes, I did. In a way, I walked in. And I saw, you know, the oldest profession happening, but you know, her husband was sitting in the corner watching as different members of his platoon took turns with his wife. And man, you just can't unsee that. You can't unsee two of your bros Eiffel Tower and somebody's wife with them in the corner watching. There's just nothing like that. Wow.
Just keeping up with foreign relations.
I'm telling you, it was something else. It was something else. You know, it had me. It had me a little off put. And yes, Chris, Housewives of Fort Carson could definitely be its own show. And, you know, we could also call it Wife Swap, because I've seen that happen. This was a very interesting situation. So I was actually hanging out with two of my really good friends, and they had, each of them were married to a girl. And at this party one night, they decided, without talking to their significant others, that they were going to wife swap. And not for like a day, but for good. You know what I mean? This was like some hardcore drunken